Yesterday, Elon Musk said that Twitter had lost about $100 million in ad revenue over, I believe, what is essentially the last year. He hasn't owned them for a year, but people have been pulling out since he has taken over. So we're going to go over what he said, why this might be happening, and some ideas that I would like to see. Before we go on to that, though, this Thursday, I am doing a show on my channel called The Weekend Pregame. We do this every Thursday at 8:30 p.m. Eastern, and we're going to be talking about what is woke. We're going to go over some stuff that uses that word, and I just really have gotten to the point where I don't like that word, and I think it fails as a method of communication. I think that word has been completely watered down. So let's get into this. Musk concedes Twitter ad revenue is down almost $100 million, but blames liberals for trying to keep Bankrupt the platform and kill off its free speech as new CEO Linda Yaccarino takes the reins early. So here we go. Elon Musk has conceded Twitter's ad revenue halved overnight, blamed U.S. advertisers for trying to drive the firm bankrupt over its free speech. His comments came hours after a report in the New York Times claimed the tech giant ad revenue for 5 weeks from April 1st until the first week of May was down 59%, around $125 million from last year. Twitter's financial woes will be the focus of the new CEO, Linda Yaccarino, who was publicly announced by Musk last month and whose first day on the job was brought forward 2 weeks to Monday. So she started today. Okay, that's interesting. So let's go down to what he actually had to say. Where is it here? So this was in a Twitter Spaces that he was doing with Robert F. Kennedy, kind of like what they did with DeSantis. I didn't tune in. I don't care. The public does not realize the magnitude of the pressure, extreme financial pressure, that is placed upon organizations to toe the line by advertisers, said Musk during a Twitter Spaces meeting with Robert F. Kennedy. Twitter has seen extreme pressure from advertisers and has, at least in the West, seen an advertising boycott from a lot of companies, said Musk during the conversation on Monday, and in response to his comments about advertising from Kennedy Jr. I think this is fundamental corruption of democracy, and the public should absolutely be outraged by this, he went on. So he's saying that because he is about promoting free speech, that a lot of advertising companies are pulling out their money from Twitter. Why would that, what kind of sense would that make? So I've got this article here. Bear with me. I know. Inside the CEI system, pushing brands to endorse celebs like Dylan Mulvaney. So executives at companies like Nike, Anheuser-Busch, and Kate Spade, whose brand endorsements have turned controversial trans influencer Dylan Mulvaney into today's woke it girl, aren't just virtue signaling. They're handing out lucrative deals to what were once considered fringe celebrities because they have to, or risk falling an all-important social credit score that could make or break their business. At stake is their Corporate Equality Index, or CEI, score, which is overseen by the Human Rights Campaign, the largest LGBTQ plus political lobbying group in the world. The Human Rights Campaign. The Human Rights Campaign, which has received millions from George Soros, Open Society Foundation, among others. Now I know of they have received at least $100 million from George Soros. I don't know how long that keeps a company like this afloat. Anyways, they issue report cards for Americans' biggest corporations via the CEI, awarding or subtracting points for how well the companies adhere to what HRC calls its ratings criteria. Businesses that maintain the maximum 100 total points earn the coveted title Best Place to Work for LGBTQ Equality. 15 of the top 20 Fortune-ranked companies received 100% last year. More than 840 U.S. companies racked up CEI scores, according to the latest report. The HRC was formed in 1980, started CEI in 2002. So here's the criteria for this. Workforce protections. No discrimination for employment for sexual orientation or gender identity. That seems pretty basic. I don't think we need these companies trying to force this onto other companies. I think that's just a real basic thing of human life. I haven't heard anyone really complain about that now. There's a select few, but you know what? Those people aren't in charge of giant corporations. Inclusive benefits criteria includes providing healthcare for sex couples. What the hell? Sex couples? Why not just say everyone? What the hell is sex? Supporting an inclusive culture, including gender-neutral dress codes and trans-inclusive restrooms facility policy. Oh, okay. That's weird. Corporate social responsibility, marketing or advertising to LGBTQ consumers, which would include Nike and Bud Light's use of transgender spokesperson. Okay. So specifically marketing to so this is all just for the LGBT community. That's all that this is for. Responsible citizenship minus 25 points. Points deducted if a company gives money to organization whose primary mission includes advocacy against LGBT equality, which is not defined but could include Christian groups. So maybe, since Elon Musk believes in free speech, somewhere in this secret society, what do you call these people? They have declared Twitter is advocates against LGBTQ equality. If you have been on Twitter, you know that's not the case. It is free to everyone. So, and then my next thing is like, does this sound like capitalism? This doesn't sound like capitalism at all to me. This sounds like kind of fascist. You know? Some sort of entity telling a corporation how they should do their business when really it should be how you provide customer support and the product that you provide and how the customers respond to that is how your business should be doing. And then that should actually want to draw advertisers to your business, people who would want to advertise on your business because they see how happy your customers are, your clients are. And it would, you know, create this, well, shit, it would be pretty damn successful if it actually worked that way. But we know we need to muddy these waters with all of these other different bullshit. So, Elon Musk, since I know you're watching, I have some thoughts. One, we're just taking your word for it that these companies are leaving because of your views on free speech. So, show us something. Let's see why. If you have information on why these companies have left, let's talk about it. Let's know who these companies are that don't agree with free speech. That would be great. I like using my capitalistic value, which is my dollar, to not support companies that don't agree with basic human rights like free speech. So those are just a couple of my ideas. Damn it, there was something else. Oh, the last thing is that Elon did thank Disney and Apple, of all companies, for sticking through with him. Now, that makes things a little interesting to me because we know Disney is all in on the ESG score and everything. You can see that with the crap that they're putting out. I wish it wasn't crap, but that just seems to be the case. Now, Guardians of the Galaxy was different, but Guardians of the Galaxy 3, the third one, yeah, it didn't have political messaging. And if you say it did, you're a moron. So yeah, what do you think? Tell me, would you like to know which of these companies have left Twitter because they don't like free speech? Leave a comment down below. Like, subscribe, and don't forget, this Thursday, 8:30 p.m. Eastern, we're going to be talking about what is woke. Until next time, have a good one.